who's a friend of mine, born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, moves to North Carolina and starts a business. He's an engineer, and he has a project coming due on Monday. So his deadline, he's really crunched for time. He walks into his office, and he sees no one's there. What the heck? Where is everybody? So Paul runs into his partner's office and says, hey, where's everyone gone? If they're just going to leave, we need to fire them. His partner says, Paul, calm down. This is North Carolina. In North Carolina, office staff typically leave on Fridays between 2 and 4. Wow. So what did Paul have to do? Paul had to go with his partner and work all weekend long to finish these deadlines. It's huge. But what a way to learn about your business culture in North Carolina. That's something that at John Carroll we're not learning about. So John Carroll is part of an association of Jesuit colleges and universities called AJCU. AJCU is a network that all the universities are distributed across the country. So what I recommend is that we leverage our partnerships in AJCU to be able to build the business acumen that we need moving forward in our careers. So how do we develop business? How do we build and develop business acumen? I propose that we do one of 3 options. That is a weekend expedition, a week-long excursion, or an exchange program. So what's this going to look like? A weekend expedition or a week-long expedition where we travel to one of our AJCU partners, say Seattle. We spend a week observing the business, observing the employees. At the end of the week, we come back to John Carroll, and then we present our findings to the Bowler College senior leaders. As an example, if we were to go to Boston and visit Sam Adams, we'd spend time in their brewery, their operations, see what's going on there, and then spend time watching their customers and how they interact with the business, their employees, how they interact with the customers, and then we would be able to get a better idea of how the business is compared to the Cleveland market. The weekend expedition would be the same thing, only condensed. So as an example, I was in Myrtle Beach one time. I was on a week-long vacation with my wife. We're going shopping. As we're going to the strip mall, I see a road construction crew that's on the side of the road. They're working, but they're ready to start paving. Well, 4 hours later, we're driving back through and there's no asphalt down. What's going on? So I stop and I ask the superintendent in charge, what are we doing? Why haven't you guys finished this? I'm from the Cleveland market, and there, you got to make hay while the sun shines, right? The superintendent looks at me and goes, we work 10 out of 12 months in the year. So our contracts are important to complete and as many as we can do, but we're not crunched for time. Okay? That's an example of even a very short trip, you're able to identify the differences in the markets. Then the exchange program, where we would take Paul and he would come to JCU and visit us. Or if we had to do a web conference, bring him in that way. And then again, we'd still present our findings to our AJC or our John Carroll business staff. So just to touch base on what we've discussed already, I'm recommending we do one of 3 options: the week-long excursion, the weekend expedition, or an exchange program. So what's our return on our investment, right? As business people, we want to know, what are we getting out of this? And what we're getting out of this is building our business acumen by seeing the differences regionally, the differences in the industry, and that's going to help develop our skills to move forward in our careers. Thank you for your time, and I'd like to take any questions that you guys have.